Everyone always said I was the luckiest woman in the world. I married Alex when we were both 24. He was tall, charming, successful, the kind of man who could light up a room just by walking in. His family adored me from the start, or at least that's what I believed. His older sister, Victoria, was especially close to us. She was 28 when we got married, beautiful, confident, single, and always around. She'd call it helping the newlyweds settle in. She redecorated our guest room, planned our holidays, even helped pick out our first home. Alex used to laugh and say, "Vic's basically our third wheel, but the best third wheel ever." I thought it was sweet how close they were as siblings. The first few years were perfect. Alex's tech startup took off. We bought a beautiful house in the suburbs. I quit my teaching job to support him full-time, managing the home, hosting investors, being the perfect wife. Victoria moved into the guest house in our backyard temporarily after a bad breakup. She said she needed family. Alex insisted. "She's going through a lot. We have the space. Come on, babe, family first." I agreed. How could I say no? She started coming into the main house every day, cooking dinner with Alex while I was out running errands, staying up late with him talking about work stress after I went to bed early. I noticed little things, the way she'd touch his arm when she laughed, how they share inside jokes I wasn't part of, the way Alex's eyes lingered on her sometimes. But I pushed it down. She's his sister. They've always been close. I was being paranoid. Then came the late nights. Alex started working late more often. He'd come home after midnight smelling like wine, saying he was with clients. Victoria would mysteriously be out with friends on the same nights. I'd ask casually, "How was your night, Vic?" She'd smile, that perfect smile, and say, "Oh, just girl stuff, you know." But something felt off. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. Alex wasn't in bed. I went downstairs and saw the guest house lights on. I thought maybe Victoria was sick. I walked over quietly and heard laughing. His laughing, her laughing. I peeked through the window. They were on the couch, wine glasses in hand, closer than any siblings should ever be. Her head on his shoulder, his hand resting on her knee. My heart stopped. I told myself, "They're just close. It's innocent. Don't ruin everything over nothing." I went to bed and cried silently until morning. The next day, everything seemed normal. Alex made pancakes for all of us like nothing happened. Alex kissed me goodbye and said, "Love you more than anything." I wanted to believe him. But the late nights continued. The touches grew bolder, the whispers when they thought I couldn't hear. And then I found the first real proof. I was doing laundry. Alex's favorite shirt had a stain. As I checked the pockets before washing, I found a receipt, a hotel receipt, dated last week, for a suite downtown. 2 glasses of champagne charged to the room. My name wasn't on it, but I recognized Victoria's handwriting on the note attached. "Can't wait for tonight." I sat on the laundry room floor feeling my entire world crack. My husband and his own sister. How long had this been going on? Was our entire marriage a lie? Was I just the naive wife they kept around for appearances? I didn't confront them. Not yet. I needed more proof. I needed to know how deep this betrayal went, because if I was going to destroy them, I had to be absolutely sure. And over the next few months, I started watching, listening, planning. Little did they know, the woman they thought was clueless and trusting was about to become their worst nightmare. After finding that hotel receipt, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even look at Alex or Victoria without feeling sick. But I kept quiet. I smiled at breakfast. I laughed at their jokes. I played the perfect, trusting wife, because I knew if I was going to survive this, I had to be smart. So I started investigating. First, I installed a hidden camera in the guest house, a small one, tucked behind a bookshelf. It had audio and night vision. I told myself it was just to ease my paranoia, that I'd probably see nothing and feel stupid. But on the very first night, I got everything I feared, and worse. I waited until they both said they were tired and went to their separate beds. Then, around 1 a.m., I heard the back door open. I watched the live feed on my phone from our bedroom. Alex, in his pajamas, slipped out of the main house and walked straight to the guest house. Victoria was waiting at the door in silk lingerie. She pulled him inside and kissed him, not like a sister, like a lover. Deep, hungry, desperate. They didn't even make it to the bedroom. Right there on the couch, they tore at each other's clothes, like they'd been waiting all day. I watched it all. Every touch, every whisper, every moan. Alex said things to her I thought he only said to me. I've wanted you since we were teenagers. I only married her because you told me to wait. She'll never suspect. She's too sweet, too naive. Victoria laughed and said, "Poor little thing, she actually thinks you love her." Then she whispered, "When are we going to get rid of her?" My whole body went cold. Get rid of me? What did that mean? I kept watching. They talked for hours after, like a real couple, planning vacations, talking about when it's just us. Alex said, "Once the company sells, we'll have enough to disappear, start over somewhere new, just you and me, like it should have always been." Victoria replied, "But we have to be careful. She can't find out until it's too late." I turned off the feed. I sat in the dark, shaking. And then I went deeper. I accessed Alex's old laptop, the one he thought I didn't know the password to. It was easy. He used the same one since college, their childhood dog's name plus Victoria's birthday. Inside, I found a hidden folder. Hundreds of photos, some from recent months, them together in hotels, on secret weekend trips I thought were business, but others much older. Alex and Victoria at 17 and 21, kissing in his old bedroom. At 19 and 23, naked in a hotel on a family vacation I wasn't invited to. Even one from the night of our engagement party. While I was inside celebrating with guests, they were in the pool house, together. This wasn't a recent affair. This was their entire lives. They'd been in love, or whatever twisted version of this was, since they were teenagers. Their parents had caught them once, when Alex was 18, forced them apart, threatened to disown them. So they waited, pretended to be normal siblings. Victoria even dated other men to throw everyone off. And then Alex met me. Sweet, innocent, stable me. The perfect cover. He married me to keep up appearances, to build a successful life, to make money, so that one day they could run away together. I was never his wife. I was his alibi. For weeks, I gathered more evidence. Bank statements showing money transferred to secret accounts in Victoria's name. Love letters, actual handwritten ones, hidden in a box under the guest house floorboards. Even recordings of them laughing about how easy it was to fool me. How she actually believes we're just close siblings. She's so desperate to be loved, she'll ignore anything. I cried every night, but with every tear, something else grew inside me. Anger. Cold, sharp, focused. I stopped feeling broken. I started feeling powerful. Because now, I knew everything, and they had no idea I knew. I went to a lawyer, quietly. A top divorce attorney who specialized in high net worth cases. I showed her everything. She looked at me and said, "This isn't just infidelity. This is fraud, emotional abuse, possibly even grounds for criminal charges if we prove intent to defraud you of marital assets." I asked, "Can we destroy them?" She smiled. "We can take everything."
Then I went to a private investigator, had him follow them, get photos, videos, proof that would hold up in court. And finally, I started moving money, quietly, into accounts only I controlled. I forged nothing. I lied about nothing. I just prepared, because the day was coming, the day they'd try to leave me with nothing. But I wasn't going to be the broken wife they expected. I was going to be the one who took it all. Their money, their reputation, their freedom. Music rises to a dark, determined tone. They thought they were so clever, hiding in sight lean, using me. But they forgot one thing. Hell hath no fury like a woman who's been lied to for 8 years. And I was done playing nice.
For months, I lived a double life. By day, I was the same loving wife, cooking dinners, planning Alex's birthday party, hugging Victoria when she had a bad day. By night, I was building their downfall, piece by piece. The private investigator delivered a full dossier, hundreds of photos, videos, hotel records, text messages pulled from cloud backups. The lawyer had everything ready. Divorce papers that would claim half of the company, the house, all marital assets, plus damages for fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress. But I wanted more than money. I wanted them to feel what I felt: humiliation, loss, terror. So I waited for the perfect moment. Alex's company was about to be acquired. A massive tech firm offered $48 million. Closing date was 2 weeks away. He and Victoria were giddy. I overheard them in the guest house one night. Once the money hits, we file for divorce. You tell her it's not her fault. Blame stress. She'll sign anything to keep the peace. Then we transfer everything offshore and disappear. New names, new life, just us. Victoria laughed. She'll be left with nothing. Poor little thing won't even fight. Alex kissed her. You were worth the wait. That was the moment I decided. They would never see a cent of that money. The next day, I made my move. First, I contacted the acquiring company's CEO anonymously at first. Sent a single encrypted email with just one photo. Alex and Victoria, unmistakable in a compromising position. Subject line: due diligence you might have missed. Within hours, I got a call from their lead attorney. They were concerned. I revealed my identity, told them everything, showed them bank records of Alex siphoning company funds into secret accounts for Victoria. Embezzlement, fraud. The deal was frozen pending investigation. Alex came home panicked that week. The buyers are delaying. They're asking questions about financial irregularities. I feigned concern. Oh no, baby, that's terrible. You'll fix it, I know you will. Inside, I smiled. But that was just the beginning. The big day came 2 weeks later, Alex's 32nd birthday. I planned a huge surprise party at our house. Invited everyone. Family, friends, investors, co-workers, even the press because of the upcoming big acquisition. 150 people. Victoria helped decorate, thinking it was all for show. She wore a tight red dress, hanging on Alex's arm like the proud partner. I wore white, pure, innocent. The party was perfect. Speeches, toasts, laughter. Then, at 9 p.m., the lights dimmed for the special slideshow I'd prepared. Everyone gathered around the big screen in the backyard. The title appeared, A Journey of Love, Alex and His True Soulmate. People cheered, thinking it was about us. The first photos were sweet, me and Alex on our wedding day, our honeymoon, building the company. Then, the music shifted. Dark, ominous. The next slide, Alex and Victoria kissing as teenagers. Gasps. Then hotel photos. Text messages. Can't wait to leave her. I only married her for the money.
Videos played, audio crystal clear. Victoria moaning his name, Alex saying, "She's just the cover, you're the one I love." The entire backyard went silent. Then, chaos. People shouting, phones out, recording. Alex's face went white. Victoria screamed, "Turn it off, that's private." But it was live-streamed to the company's investor group, to social media, to everywhere. Their parents, who'd forced them apart years ago, were in the front row. Their mother fainted. Their father just stared, broken. Alex lunged for the projector. Security, that I'd hired quietly, stopped him. I stepped forward, microphone in hand. My voice, calm, steady. "For 8 years, I loved you, Alex. I supported you. I built this life with you. I trusted you both. But you used me, lied to me, planned to take everything and leave me destroyed. Well, surprise. The acquisition is dead. The FBI has been notified about the embezzlement. They're on their way. The divorce papers are filed. I'm taking half of what's left and suing for the rest. And all of this," I gestured to the screen, now frozen on their most intimate photo, "is public now. Enjoy your new life." Alex tried to speak. "Baby, please, it's not—" I cut him off. "Don't ever call me that again." Victoria ran inside, crying, but there was nowhere to go. Police arrived 20 minutes later, not for arrest yet, but to seize computers and records. The company collapsed within days. Investors pulled out. Lawsuits flooded in. Alex lost everything. The house foreclosed. Cars repossessed. Victoria's reputation destroyed. No one in their social circle would speak to them. They ended up living in a cheap motel, fighting, blaming each other. Last I heard, Victoria tried to sell her story to tabloids. No one bought it. They were too toxic. Even their parents cut them off completely. Me? I walked away with $12 million in the settlement, bought a beautiful beach house, started a foundation for women recovering from betrayal and financial abuse. And every year, on the anniversary of that party, I get anonymous messages. From Alex, "I'm sorry, I miss you." From Victoria, hateful rants that get blocked instantly. I never reply, because I don't need to. They live with what they did every day. And I'm free, happy, powerful. I turned their sickness into my strength, and I never looked back. If you've ever been betrayed, know this. You are not weak. You are not naive. You are stronger than they could ever imagine. And one day, you'll have your revenge. Not out of hate, but out of healing, out of becoming who you were always meant to be. Thank you for listening to my story. It's true. Every word. And today, I'm finally at peace.
And that's my story. Thank you so much for listening until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next true revenge story. Stay connected. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.